Well, we finally got a hold of one. We've been looking for a while for this. This is actually the first edition of the Scientific Guide to Pest Control Operations from Lee Truman. This was originally published as a serial of articles, serialized articles in Pest Control Magazine, now PMP Magazine. This was first published in 1962 as a collection. So the articles were gathered up, and you can see in the contents a bunch of the different topics that were covered in here. And this was sort of a seminal piece that we still reference today. And that brings us to the other book, which is the same book, Truman's Scientific Guide to Pest Management Operations. This is the 7th edition. You can see quite a bit more in-depth at this point, and the chapter list is pretty extensive. They've expanded on a lot of the things from the original, but I just wanted to highlight one interesting thing here. So if I open her up to, these make great bookmarks, by the way. Chapter on insecticides. So we have a bit about pesticides and some of the formulations: emulsifiable concentrate, wettable powders, dusts. And then we move on to talking about resistance and some of the things of the day: chlorinated hydrocarbons and synthetic organic insecticides and whatnot. But something struck me right away when I looked at this with our formulations. I don't see all the formulations we have today. So let's take a look and see what we've added since the 60s that's different here. This is the same corresponding chapter now in the modern version, talking about pesticides. And interestingly, right off, we have talk about LD50s. We have talk about pesticide safety, green pesticides, organic pesticides, FIFRA, a whole bunch of things talked about. And now we're getting into some of the formulations: emulsifiable concentrates, okay? Flowable microencapsulations, ready-to-use sprays, suspensions, a whole list of different formulations here. Dry formulations, dust, fumigants, wettable powders, which was in the old ones as well. Baits, not mentioned in the original at all. So there's been so many advances from when this original first edition was published, but it's still sort of fascinating to go through some of this. I thought one of the things as I went through this, I thought, well, geez, the insect biology couldn't have changed that much, right? And I came across insect orders. Let's see if I can find it quick here. Oh yeah, sure, insect orders. And most notable recently, termites, Isoptera. They lost their order since then. So some of the biology has even changed as we, do genetic testing to figure out what is related to what. Some of these things can change over time. So it's just a fascinating read to go through and see where we were in our understanding of control at the time in the 60s, and it was pretty cool to get a first edition. So we're going to add this to our archives here at our little museum.